we're back, and I've been hanging out with the monk, soon to be monk, monk Anthony Sappho. But right now I have in the house another fascinating critic, somebody who really, I like his work and I like what he does. He's here with us. Put your hands together. Let's welcome Ameyaw Good to have you, man. Thank you. Welcome to the KSM show, man. The first time you were on on TGIF.
Yeah.
Yes.
TGIF.
Yes. How are you doing?
Pretty cool. It's been a journey since then. Lots of growth. A lot has changed in the industry,
yeah.
and I think I have a lot to talk about now too.
Yeah, that's and you blog. Tell me everything that you do, because you are like an institution now. If you want to do the entertainment, you better whisper to Ameyaw Debrah. How does it feel, man?
So I think it's a challenge and it's a lot of pressure. And even to make it worse, I'm also the editor for another website. So it's combining my own blog and then doing that website on a daily basis. So it's a lot of stress. But I think I'll enjoy doing. I'm passionate about it, and I think I feed off that.
You were the you got some publishing award when you were a student, right?
No,
Best publisher or something like that?
Yeah. I studied BA Publishing Studies in KNUST, and in my year, I was voted the best publishing student. So actually, that was sort of like a lead to what I'm doing now, because that award category was sponsored by Ovation magazine, and so as part of the prize, they gave me the opportunity to do my national service. And so after university,
you worked to Ovation?
I went to Ovation, did national service, and that was the first time I actually put together a piece. And as it went on, the editor was impressed with the way I was writing, and so he gave me more room to be writing most of the assignments. And yeah, it sort of grew from there to now I have my own brand.
Wow, that's fantastic, man. So you are right there in the thick of entertainment, man. And being, like you said, the social media is a medium that you're very, very proud of, which is completely, understandable. Most of the time, when I have to reach you, I have to use social media anyway. I think I booked you here through social media.
Yeah,
so it's a very, very, very worthwhile thing. It's just sad that it's sometimes, it's been giving a whole new face to.
Yeah, very true.
How much does that worry you?
Oh, it does, because at a point, no matter how well you're using it, because of the SSA that comes from everywhere else, you sort of are put together in the same bracket, and that affects whatever you put out there. But also we must understand that what social media does is it gives lots of people freedom of expression, and with that, of course, comes anything that comes out of it. But like I keep saying, these platforms in themselves have some checks and balances. So if you see something that's offensive, you can report it, and then most likely they'll remove it. And so we should look at it from that level. It's not when somebody says something's offensive, you have the right to report it, and most likely they will remove it.
Let's do a little bit of entertainment in Ghana now. What's hot?
What's hot?
Not like this minute, but I'm talking about generally.
I think our music is growing. Movies is doing well. And I would sort of like to add to what Sappho added earlier. I mean, yes, the movie is dying, but we are at a time where our people, the young people, are accepting whatever we put out there. Back to back, I've seen movie premieres where they've been oversubscribed. Calibers in China at the Kasua Mall was just crazy, and like 2 weeks ahead of that, I saw Kafu Danku's movie. I've forgotten the title. I Do. That was also so. It's like the celebrity culture thing is catching on. People want to see their stars, so it's up to the people who are in the industry to make the best out of it. Make sure that we don't disappoint. For a long time, I've been crying for us to get there, and I think we are getting there. And so to be disappointing for us to mess it up, and so we have to go back to the drawing board, write better scripts for movies, do better productions, take time to do the productions, and let us have a better industry. I think I personally wouldn't forgive people if we mess this thing up.
So you're saying it's growing or it's poised for growth?
It has elements that are required for it to take off. We just have to tie the loose ends and make sure that the growth is something that happens in the direction that we want it. It can grow with all the bad stuff, but we don't want it. We want it to grow with the excellent work.
Sabu was talking about how the snake has to unskin itself and then it's form of a rebirth.
Again.
You think that's what we're going through now? You agree with him that that's what we're going through?
I agree with that. But then we don't have to go back and where the scheme that is, we have
go back to the same
we have to consciously direct the new direction. And I think the industry players hold that responsibility, and they have to listen to people like him, listen to people like myself if I do share my opinion. And then
have you had trouble with some of the opinions you've shared?
Well, I have had.
He almost got strangled. Right? Have you got anywhere near that?
I think the most serious one is Shatawale, of course, calling me to say that if I value my life, I should never write about him.
Really?
I think that.
It says if you value your life, don't write about him. What did you write about him?
It was I can't even remember the details of it, but it was an article that I had called from Ghana Web and had expressly stated, because it's about an event, I wasn't there, so they had chronicled the events on that night, and I picked it up and said, this is what Ghana Web said, blah, blah, blah. But he probably just got it from the angle that maybe I was supporting Samini, and of course they seem to have some sort of...
The article where they said, Samini floors Shatawale.
Well, it wasn't so much, I took from the angle that, I think Shatawale was supposed to, Samini was supposed to perform, but Shatawale had performed for over 3 hours and he was refusing to go. So the story was that even after he came, after Samini came, most of the people had left. But when Samini started, a few came to listen to him. So I took it from that angle. A story wasn't mine, but just the heading, that was like that. And then he called trying to say that, oh, I'm being negative, and I was explaining to him, so he was not understanding me, and I sort of also wasn't understanding him. So it ended by saying, well, if you value your life, don't write about me. And I haven't written about him, and it's almost 2 years now.
You must value your life.
Yeah, I do, very, very much. I mean, I've worked too hard to just waste it away by idle threat or whether serious threat. So I think the best thing to do is just ignore it, and I think my blog has grown bigger even with that writing about him.
Show some love, man. Show some love. Wow. So this is what do you call it? Occupational hazard.
It's
stepping on toes.
But I think most of the time people, they're also passionate about what they're doing, and when they see something not going in their direction, they think somebody is trying to bring them down, and they react. Of course, the reaction may not be the best, but sometimes I understand them. And I think for him, he's still going through growth, which is important. And at some point, I'm sure some of the things he's done in the past might come back to bite him. And let's wait and see.
Wow. And let me pick both of your, let me pick your brains on this sometimes rivalry, like Shatawale, Samini. What else was there?
Yeah, even I think there was something about Sarkodia.
And
for me, what I try to do is, well, in the beginning, it's all nice, but at a point, I draw the line and say, it's getting too much, it's even not necessary, and then I pull out. And I think that's what I did immediately with the Shatawale Samini. At a point, I was like, this person has said this, but then I wouldn't follow up on it. So it was more, I was just doing more of the newsy side of the rather than saying they are fighting, they're doing this and doing that. So I think sometimes as the industry people, we also direct this thing, and we should know when to pull a stop to it, because if we fuel it, it may never die. It will continue. And as the forebearers of the state, we should sort of know where
diffuse
to draw
the line.
We should.
Do you think that sometimes
well, I personally don't have any problem with that at all. I mean, this is showbiz for you. Sometimes ego has to come to play.
Ego?
Ego, it's part of the game. Artists are like that, they brag. Hey, I know how to do it better than you. I can do it far more than what you're doing. It is part of showbiz. So I don't have any problem if Shatta Wale says, oh, I'm the king of dancehall. Then Samin also come out to say, no, I'm the king of African dancehall. I mean, it's part of showbiz. So I don't have a problem. I only get a problem when it becomes bloody, you know, insults get in, and you can see that, no, they could even, you know, fight if they are to meet each other. Then that is where I have a problem. But then just blowing your horns here and there, trying to create a song and say, hey, this song, I'm punching it at this guy. This one also rebuts. When I go on stage, I'll try to do an act that you can never do. I don't have any problem with that. So that rivalry that you talk about, well, it's good for showbiz. But then it shouldn't get bloody. It shouldn't get nasty. Yeah.
But when the media also funds it, doesn't it lead it to it getting nasty?
Yeah, so it depends. You know, it depends on the angle we take. You see, the problem with the media, of course, I'm a media person, but then the problem that sometimes some of our colleagues take sides. You understand? So for some reason you can't tell he's a Samini fan. So he start acting as a fanatic instead of acting as a media person professionally. He also start fueling it unnecessarily, churning out series of articles, you know, week after week, just to provoke the other. And then that is where the clash comes in. So I will agree with you that, yes, sometimes the media also fans it, but in a negative way. But then there are some too who will still be in the middle. I, for instance, if somebody does something right, I'll write about it. If Shatta Wale does something good, I'll write about it. If he doesn't do something well, I'll write about it. I mean, none of them feeds me anyway. So the point is, if I go and watch a program, and I think that Samini did better than Shatta Wale, I'll come and say it. I don't care what fans of Shatta Wale will say. In the same vein, if I attend an event and I can see that clearly Shatta Wale did better than Samini, I mean, why not? I'll come in and still report it. Yeah.
I mean, has there been an occasion or occasions that you wanted to write something, but the reaction or expected reaction from fans will make you slow down a little bit, or you write where you think you should be?
Well, I normally write as of the way I feel. If something is happening, I believe it must go out. It must go out. What guides me for me to hold something back is more on the personal level as to what will be the impact to the person, the family, and stuff like that. But I mean, fans are meant to be fanatic, and the moment they see, I mean, everybody knows I'm a Sarkodie fan. And then last week I wrote something, and I let one column of it, people thought I was attacking Sarkodie. And now everybody was like, oh, but we thought you were a fan. I'm like, but that's not it. You must always put the truth the best way you know it. And that's what I try to do. Whether a fan will be happy about it or not, so far as it is the truth, I will put it out there.
What you're doing is right there in the middle of it. It's about entertainment.
Yeah, and I try also to do a bit more of the lifestyle elements. Also, I think from a business side of things, because once I open it up, I reach a different set of people who want to know what is trendy, what people are wearing, what phones are in at the moment, and so I've mixed up the celebrity and the lifestyle elements now.
Fantastic. Show them some love, man.
You too, what you also said concerning the celebrity, lifestyle. Sometimes it becomes very challenging for us as writers, where to draw the line. Because sometimes you want to write about a celebrity's maybe love affair, and then you are like, love affair, his social life, his private life. Yes, he's a celebrity, I have to write about it, but then how is he going to take it?
Yeah.
How are the fans also going to take it? I mean, somebody will say, if Becca and the manager are doing something, I mean, is it part of your business? But then the point is, it is showbiz. You are a celebrity. Anything about you, KSM, is newsworthy. So if I get a lead that this celebrity A is going out celebrity B, KSM, I would definitely write about it. I don't care what you think. You understand? So sometimes it's very difficult. You are like, do I do it or do I hold it? Do I do it? Sometimes you just have to push it because it is news. Yeah, it is news. And
I mean, do you go for straight news? Have you had a conflict? Maybe there was some information available to you about somebody's very private issue, but very sellable.
Yeah, but for me, I think the elements that I always look out for is the truth. If it's factual, I will push it. And then, like I said, also, sometimes I have to weigh, yes, it's the truth, but if you put it out, what do you want it to achieve? Is it something that it's out there to caution the person that, okay, you are doing this, watch out, we know. What do you want to achieve? You have to also look at that. If it, at the end of the day, it's just pure damaging to the person, then you can let it go. Because at the end of the day, they are human beings as well. They've got family, they've got lives, and you should be careful.
So when you think it would eventually damage them,
if it's damaging, that is not so important.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I would let it go.
Osafo,
I mean,
if it's going to be very, very damaging.
Yeah, some of them are very.
But like you were saying, yeah, show business.
Yeah, there are some of them you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
I recall Raz newspaper broke the story of Grace Ashley, who was alleged to have engaged in examination malpractice. We got facts that indeed she did the thing. We even spoke to authorities. They confirmed that yet she has been suspended based on the fact that she engaged in examination malpractice. Now, getting this story, you are like, do I publish it or not? Now, if you publish it, it is going to sort of tarnish your image. But then the point is, you and I know that examination malpractice is something that we all abhor. So if I'm to publish such a story, the intent is not to damage her, but to rather still go on to tell student that, hey, examination malpractice is not good.
Can you tell
So
the story
if
without
a
mentioning
star,
her?
I mean, I couldn't have told such a story without her, because it would have been dry. It would have been the normal, hey, if you are going to examination room, don't go with paper. I mean, someone would be like, and so what? You understand? But look at the person involved. Then you use her to send the message across. So we published it.
And what happened?
Yeah, I mean, she came to deny it, but then the school said, look, we are suspending her based on this reason. So somebody out there will learn. Even she herself, she will learn out of it. That, look, I'm a celebrity. I think I ought to check the way I do things. But then I've also had some information, like you said, they are too damaging. When you do it, if you don't take it, the person might even commit suicide.
For instance, something that will guide me, like he said, she's been involved in examination malpractice, and she's been suspended already. So it's open close. So that I wouldn't mind putting out, because it has happened. So sometimes when I say I'm gauging, I just look at what me being the first person to say it, the result would be. And if it's not for a greater good, then you can let it go.
I've had some information that I saw that there were too damaged, some videos, some audio, some real documents. And I saw that, no, this one.
You can't fly this.
Yeah, I can fly it. It's too damaging. Yeah. Nonetheless, we don't throw those facts away.
We keep it.
They are still there. They are still there. Yeah, they are still there.
Oh, wow. Well, time has caught up with us, man. But it's been so exciting talking to the two of you. I have to catch your final words. I'll start with you, Osafo. What are your final, the entertainment, the state, anything that you want to throw out there?
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you for the privilege, inviting me here to also talk about my career so far. And I think our industry has got future. I think all that we are doing is just a preface to a bigger picture to come. That is what I see it. We'll get there, KSM. We'll get there. A time will come that artists will perform and take 1 million Ghana cedis. I believe so. We'll get there. A time will come that our collection society will be very vibrant. They will collect royalties. A musician can go and take about 2 million Ghana cedis as royalties. We will get there. We are now crawling. But then I'm very hopefully we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. Ameyaw.
Yeah, pretty much on the same page. I mean, we need to let the industry grow, whether it's music, whether it's film. We should support it. It's been a cry that I've been pushing out for a long time, and I see people are now accepting our celebrities, and I think we should keep on doing it. Support the arts. When there's a movie out being premiered, don't say we see Ghana for filming, but just go support it. And people should also give people reasons to want to go out and watch their movies. And he is 10 years in the industry. I'll be 10 years next year.
Okay. Show them some love, man.
Hopefully, my story will inspire people to also want to do something similar or even better. And yeah, that's all I can say for now.
Fantastic, fantastic, you know. Because the two of you are doing something almost on similar lines, very, very unique, you know. Taking entertainment seriously, which is the slogan for SAFA. We take entertainment seriously, you know. You're taking entertainment seriously and you're elevating entertainment to a very recognizable level that we are there. You have to deal with this thing. All the best, man. One more time. One more time. Okay, well, the whole purpose of me doing this is that they have a very serious story on me that we're going to drop next week, but they say if I feature them, they'll forget. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.